Welcome everybody to the BJ and Tuds Show. After a long hiatus, week off, we are back. Andrew, how was your trip?
Good. Can't complain. Got some rays.
Yeah,
Sat by the pool. Had some beers. Good to be back.
Can't complain about a little sun beer in pool.
Yeah.
All right, so today we're going to touch on the NBA Finals, obviously. We're going to do kind of like us predicting or our All-Star ballots for the MLB, and then we're going to jump into a redraft fantasy mock for all you fantasy heads out there after. So let's just jump right into it. Warriors are up 3-2. I think they stole game 4, like the Celtics stole game 1.
Yep.
But obviously last night, game 5, that's probably the most pivotal game when you're tied 2-2, obviously. But in the Celtics, they didn't play well at all.
No.
And my thing is, I'm sick of listening to people bitch about the refs.
Dude, oh my God. Isn't that the absolute worst?
Because let me just I'm going to throw some things at you.
Were
there some questionable calls? Of course. There's always
every game there
calls.
is.
Always.
Every game there is on both sides.
Obviously. But okay, you ready? The Celtics were 21 for 31 from the free throw line. Not good. The Warriors were 13 for 15. So if the refs were so bad against you, why are you shooting double their free throws?
Yep.
Secondly, if the refs were so bad against you, why do they have 12 more personal fouls than you? They had 28 personal fouls. You finished with 16.
Yeah.
So it wasn't officiating.
No, it's turnovers and it's making free throws.
Turnovers were 18-6.
If they cut the turnovers in half and they make half more free throws than they missed, that game's coming down to the wire right at the end.
Well, forget about the free throws. Even if they cut the turnovers down to 9 from 18 to 9, that's 9 more shot attempts. 9 more shot attempts. Granted, they didn't shoot the ball that well.
Yeah.
They really haven't all series, especially besides game 1, especially Tatum. Where is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hasn't been good.
The thing with Tatum is he's going to score. He's going to put up points, but he's not shooting efficiently, and he's turning the ball over far too much.
Oh yeah, I don't know what he finished with turnovers last night, but before game 5, he was 3 turnovers away from the most turnovers in a postseason run.
He has the most turnovers now.
Okay, so he finished with 4 or whatever it was.
I saw today he has the most turnovers in any playoff.
And and another thing that's unacceptable from your best player, if you're the Celtics, in the 3 games they've played at Golden State, so game 1, 2, and 5, he's in the 4th quarter, just so 3 quarters, the 4th in game 1, 4th in game 2, and 4th in game 5, he has 5 total points on 11.1% shooting.
5 total points?
5 total
3 games? Wow.
In the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
That's, and granted, I'll give him a pass game 1 because he did finish that game with 13 assists, and the rest of the team in the 4th quarter was making every 3.
Yep.
So I'll give him a pass there because he was making the right decisions, getting the ball out of his hands. And, he does draw doubles, so he draws a lot of attention. I get that. But last night, 4 air balls. It's just part of me makes me think it's like, I'm not making excuses for the Celtics. I think the Celtics are the better team.
I do too. I really do too right now.
I just don't know if they're ready. I think this postseason run has taken a lot of mental toll on them.
Yeah. And you can just tell when Tatum has the ball that in previous playoff series, he wants to attack the rim. He wants to try to score for them every time. And this series, it seemed like he's been a little timid with the ball. He doesn't want to drive. He wants to pass out of it more than not.
Sure.
And that's not going to win you games when you're the Celtics.
Sure. And you know what I think part of it is him settling for those 3-point jumpers. Weirdly enough, he's shooting a higher percentage from 3-point land than 2.
I believe that. He's missed a lot of close range shots.
Easy layups that I've seen him make 100 times.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's really good with Tatum, but going on to Jaylen Brown, he's pretty much non-existent for 1 or 2 quarters a game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and he's probably been their is he been their overall best player?
I would say so. In the finals, right? I would say so. Yep.
Yeah. So, and even saying that, it's like he's been really good in 1 quarter in each game. That's about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Celtics, the thing is, when they play their best game, they win.
Mm-hmm.
Can they put together 2 games in a row? Because if they put together 2 games in a row, they'll win in 7.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they have the capability to put 2 in a row.
Yeah, I do think they're going to win Game 6.
I do too.
I'd say they have like around a 30% chance to win the whole thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the way their offense has been looking, I don't think they're going to get it done. Like, I think both teams' defenses have looked really good.
Oh, yeah. Of course. All these games have been low hundreds.
Yep. And I think both offenses have been very streaky. They'll have quarter, like both teams will have a quarter where they just don't miss and go off. And usually one team's a little behind, and then they'll just come right back into the game with a bunch of threes. That's really how it's been.
Well, look at the third quarter last night.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors come out of, and that's the Warriors' best quarter historically with this team.
Yep.
It's the third quarter. They come out and they just beat the brakes out of you in the third quarter. Last night, the Celtics come out. They start the game 0 for 12 from 3. Fine. Like, they realize they were down 12. That's, if you've missed 12 threes, all your 3-point attempts, and you're down 12 at halftime, you're okay.
Yeah.
They come out in the third quarter and they're right back in it. They make, I think, 9 of their next 10.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow the Warriors are still up 1 at the end of the quarter.
It was turnovers.
Turnover. I mean, and Jordan Poole from half court off the window. But it's the turnovers that are keeping the Warriors in these games. They could have blown that open in the third quarter, despite being down 12 at halftime.
Yeah.
Despite being down 12 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
It's the turnovers that are killing them. And
one thing I will say about Jordan Poole is, like, similar to Tatum, he doesn't look so. The second half of last night's game was the first time all finals I've seen him want to score.
Yeah, he's been subpar all series.
Yeah, like the end of the regular season, he was looking to score.
Yeah,
and he was looking to help their offense out. And I feel like in this finals run, he's been a little scared to take those shots because every shot's big in the finals, right? Every shot matters a lot. And I think he's a little scared to try to put the team on his back offensively. Like, I think he's going to let Clay shoot a lot. He'll let Steph shoot a lot. But they really need him to shoot when he's open. Absolutely. And he hasn't been doing that as much as the regular season.
Absolutely.
And I think after the half-court shot, it gave him a little confidence bump. And I noticed him wanting to score more, like, after that shot.
Well, the thing with the Warriors and what the knock on them has been I'm just talking strictly the finals.
Mm-hmm.
If Steph's not scoring, nobody's really scoring.
Yeah. Except for Wiggins.
I mean? Huh?
Like, Wiggins has been taking over when Steph's not shooting. Clay's not making a lot of shots.
Oh, no, not at all.
Wiggins has, like, last night when Smart was picking up Curry from half court and just locking onto him. Yeah. Wiggins was the reason they won.
Absolutely.
He was creating shots for himself, which Clay really doesn't do.
And, the thing is, and I don't even know if he made a 3 last night, but he can't shoot threes.
I think he made maybe 2.
But I'm not knocking Andrew Wiggins because he had a hell of a game. But what he is going to do for you, he's forcing I'm talking defense right now, forcing Jason Tatum into air balls. Mm-hmm. Like, he's in his hip pocket, doing a tremendous job on Tatum. Secondly, he's going to get to that mid elbow or get to the rack, and he's not looking to get fouled when he goes to the rack. Like, he's looking to finish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's another one of Tatum's problems. He's missing the close range shots because he's looking for fouls. Yes. He's not trying to finish. He's trying to draw fouls. I said Wiggins is doing like you said, Wiggins is doing the opposite of that.
Right. I said last night to somebody, I said, Jason Tatum, if he just watched Andrew Wiggins this one game and be like, I might attack the rim like that because he can do it. I've seen him do it. I've seen this kid at 20 years old dunk on LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals. So I need that, not the trying to throw your arms into somebody like this and get a foul call. You know what I mean? I think Steph's the clear MVP, Finals MVP if the Warriors win.
I think he is, but I don't think it's clear. I think
why? Okay, why?
Because I think 3 out of the 2 games was his game, right? For the Warriors, I'm saying 3 out of the 2 were him, and the other 2 were Wiggins. If you had to give MVPs for every single game for that team, I would say it's 3-2 Curry to Wiggins right now.
Okay.
So I still think I think Curry's going to get it, but I still think there's a case for Wiggins. I don't think it's clear cut yet.
So I think
if Smart keeps locking down Curry and picking him up at half court, Wiggins has to carry the next 2 games.
Right.
He's going to have a great case to win it.
So I'm not going to knock Stephen Curry for having a poor game 5 because he was still doing coming off all the pin screens, but he was finding open cutters, open shooters. They're not making shots for him unless it's a layup. But I mean, I will say if it's not Curry, it's Andrew Wiggins. But Curry's played well. He's had good games the first 4. So I think, those first 4 games, despite his, I don't even know what he finished with last night. I think it was
16.
Yeah, sub 20. First time he didn't make a 3 in 233 consecutive games or something like that.
And I took the over on his 3, so that sucks.
Oh, that does suck. Hate to see that. But and then I'm thinking in a world where the Celtics win. I know he's been disappointing, but if the Celtics are going to win this finals, it's got to be Jason Tatum. So, I mean, I don't really know, but that's where my head's at.
I also want to throw out that I think Derek White, like the trade for him midseason, was like the sneakiest, best move of the season.
I said that, yeah.
Like, I really can't picture them even making the finals without Derek White. He's been so good in the playoffs.
He is exactly what that team needed in terms of just another guy who can come off the bench. He's always going to make the right play. He's never going to take a bad shot. Rarely turns it over. And
he benefits the most from Tatum doubles, it seems like, too. Like, when Tatum draws attention, Derek White's wide open from 3 and more than 9 knocks those wide open threes down.
Well, the first 2, I think the late game 7 or Miami, he couldn't make a shot, like 3. But once he started hitting, because he's a career 16 point per game scorer. So like, that's nothing to knock at in the NBA. Like that's, but once he started making a few and getting that confidence up, he's been automatic. So Derek White's been a great pickup for Derek White.
He's also the only true point guard they have on their team that plays. So
I mean, as much as I love Marcus Smart, not a true point guard.
No.
So
not at all.
Anyways,
he's great at guarding point guards, but he's not your starting offensive.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So who do you have winning the series? Did you say?
I have Warriors in 7.
That's who I have as well.
And I think it's going to be a great game back in Golden State.
I would think so, right?
No.
You would think so. All right. I know you want to jump into this random NBA player from whatever era you decided. All right, let's jump right into this. That's Channing Frye.
It's Channing Frye.
This
is probably by far the easiest guy on here.
Okay.
You did very well the first 2, so this is definitely the hardest of the 3 I've made.
I'm excited then.
I'm cheering for you. I'm setting your line at 9.5.
Oh, so it must be tough.
I think you're gonna have a tough time.
Okay. Oh boy.
And you will know all the names. They're not like random.
Yeah, sure.
Also, I will say for this, I didn't try to screw you with the jerseys.
Okay, I appreciate
the jerseys that. I picked are jerseys they're mostly known for.
Okay. I don't know who that one is. Oh, there's a name on my tongue, but I don't think it's right.
I'll give you another hint that these are all from 2012 to 2015.
2012 to 2015.
All these players are within that window.
All right, I'm gonna pass on this guy. Who is this?
Mo Harkless.
Mo Harkless, son of a bitch. OJ Mayo.
Yep.
Anthony Tolliver.
Mm-hmm. All right, 3 for 4.
Corey Brewer.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That's Jordan Clarkson. No, Jordan Crawford. Sorry.
Incorrect. He does kind of look like Jordan Crawford.
Who is it?
This is Ronnie Brewer.
Oh,
I had the Brewers back to back.
wow.
Yep.
Fuck. Shabazz Muhammad.
Nice. Wow. Didn't think you would get that.
That's Gorgie Dang.
Yep.
Festus Ezeli.
Nice. It's a tough one.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, I think you probably do. Because during that Kings, he was like one of the only good players with it was like Boogie. It's not Tyreek Evans.
I know it's
not
Tyreek.
He was like their third option on that team.
Oh, this is gonna piss me off because I know who this is, but I can't make his name.
You're 7 for 9 right now, by the way.
Okay. All right. Who is it? I'm not gonna get it.
Marcus Thornton.
William and Mary product, I believe. Fact check me.
Mad at yourself for that one? It's a tough one.
Fuck, I should have got that. That is that Barbosa? Leandro Barbosa?
Nope.
No.
I thought about putting him on here, but I didn't.
It's not.
I'll give you one more guess.
The thing is, like, their faces are so recognizable, and I just can't like pinpoint the name.
I feel like the Jazz have had so many different power forwards too.
Just
in the past 10 years.
Just
so many random power forwards.
I don't know.
Trevor Booker.
I wasn't gonna get that one.
Okay. I will say on this one, the jersey might throw you off a little. Might. He's probably better known for another team, but I thought it'd be too easy to give you that one.
Who the hell is that?
I think you can pull this one out.
Is he a point guard?
Yep.
Like a little guy, right? He's like a little point guard.
Yeah, not like Isaiah Thomas small, but a little taller than IT probably.
Oh, who the hell is that? Is it John something?
Nope.
I'm not gonna get it then.
CJ Watson. I thought you would get that one.
Is that this? Is the Suns the other team?
Well, Warriors.
Warriors.
Because you know how McGregor wore the CJ Watson jersey?
Yes.
And Draymond was like, don't be wearing my jersey. Yep.
That one I should have had. That's Ben Gordon.
Nice. Dark days of the Knicks. Very dark days of the Knicks.
Is that stupid Lithuanian guy they had for a while?
No, you're thinking of someone else. I think I know you're thinking of.
It's not Alexei Shved, is it?
No, that was a guy that I was thinking, but no. By the way, you're 9 for 13, so you need one more to hit the over.
Okay.
And there's 2 more counting this one.
And I try to erase these Knicks teams from my memory. This
was probably the worst. He was the starting power forward for the worst Knicks team of the 2010s. Dark days. Like Lance Thomas was a small forward.
Just so gross.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is.
Lou Amundsen.
Yeah. No thanks.
Last one to hit the over. You should be able to get this one.
Oh, what's his name?
Former Nick. That's the only hint I'm giving.
It's not Chris Copeland, is it?
You
Is it
locking it in?
Chris Copeland?
Yeah.
Give me 10.
Well done.
Give me 10.
Well done. That's better than I thought you would do. I didn't think you would get Ben Gordon that quick.
Ben Gordon, UConn products. One of the best shooters in the league at that point in time.
Great shooter.
I have to check when where Marcus Thornton went for my own sanity.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I'm pretty sure it was William and Mary. Okay, no, it wasn't.
Okay, where'd he go?
LSU.
Okay.
I don't know who I'm thinking of. Anyways.
All right, well done.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
For sure.
All right, let's jump into this. So we're going to do who we think should be starters for the All-Star game in the MLB. Would you like to start with the American League or the National League, or do both at the same time?
We'll start American League and we'll just go down the list. I threw in starting pitchers for this.
I did a pitcher too.
Okay.
I did one.
Perfect. Yep, just one.
Okay.
Who do you
Let's
think
start a
start?
pitcher. Let's start
Okay.
a pitcher. What do you got?
So we'll do American League first.
Okay.
And it's gonna be nasty Nestor Cortez.
Okay. See, I thought about putting Nestor Cortez. He was my second.
Mm-hmm.
I got Justin Verlander.
Yeah, he's gonna be up there too.
He's 8-2 with a 1.94 ERA.
Mm-hmm. I
He's
think
been
Nestor has a
active.
little bit better ERA right now.
Yeah. It's close.
Definitely.
Part of why I put Verlander there too, which is why I have some other guys in certain places, is the name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are going to vote for certain people just because of who they are.
Yeah, but who doesn't love Nestor?
I love Nestor.
He's a fan favorite throughout, not just with the Yankees. Everyone loves.
I'm
Nestor
just
soccer.
saying that worries me a little. That's all. But I do like
Yeah.
Nestor Cortez as the starter. First base.
First base, I have Ty France from the Mariners.
I do as well.
Hitting the shit out of the ball this year, dude.
I mean, 324 batting average.
Yeah.
He's got an OPS of 886.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I believe this is his sophomore year.
is it?
I think so.
Okay. I almost put Vladdy Jr. here too. I think he's not hitting for average as well as France, but he's got the power numbers. So
Yeah.
I could see people voting Vlad Guerrero Jr. instead of Ty France.
I think if Vlad gets it, it's just because of the name. I think Ty
Also,
definitely.
that as well.
Yeah, I think Ty definitely deserves it this year.
That as well. Second base. You gonna make me say it?
Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve. I was wrong.
It's okay.
Wrong.
Thanks for admitting it.
Does everybody hear me? I was wrong. He's still good.
I wish Eric was on here to say sorry too.
Yeah, he's the best second baseman in the American League, and it's really not close.
But yeah.
So
There's really not a bunch of great second basemen anyway.
no.
It's
Some
not like
positions I was going through, and I'm like, Jesus, this is what we're working with here.
Second base and catcher is like always weak though, really.
Yeah, true.
There's usually like one or two guys that are super good at that position, and then the rest are pretty average.
True. I think third base is a no contest as well. Jose Ramirez.
Okay. I have Jose Ramirez.
Okay.
But Devers is one of the best players in the American League right now too.
I agree with you.
It's tough for him to be behind Jose Ramirez in the year he's having, or else Devers would easily be starting the All-Star game.
Right. I'm not knocking Rafael Devers. It's my MVP pick for the American League.
Yeah.
But Jose Ramirez has been the second best player in the American League, if you ask me.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
So, I mean, I think he leads the American League in RBIs.
I believe he's definitely top 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And he does it from both sides of the plate. So
yeah, right. And he's no slouch on defense. He's actually solid. Where
he's
Devers
above average,
kind of like whatever on defense.
So shortstop is a little tough.
Yeah, but I'm pretty happy with who I picked here.
Who'd you pick?
I have Xander.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting 321. The power numbers aren't there, but he's been the best player on the Red Sox all season besides Trevor Story's 10-game stretch there.
Weak stretch of being Barry Bonds, and other than that, he's really done nothing.
Right. So, yeah. I mean, he's been their best player overall. He's hitting 321. power numbers aren't there, but Devers does have a little pop. Not Devers, Bogarts. So I wouldn't be shocked if he finishes high 20s, low 30s.
Sure.
So
I think if Tim Anderson didn't get hurt and kept the hitting up, he would have started.
Agreed.
But Xander's still playing. Tim's not.
Yep.
So that was really it for me.
Yep. Do you want to go outfield or catcher?
We'll do catcher now, and then we'll do outfield.
Okay. Who do you have?
So I don't have Jose Trevino because he has similar stats to this guy, but Trevino's playing every other day.
Yeah.
Alejandro Kirk's playing pretty much every game.
That's who I have as well.
Yeah. He's playing awesome baseball right now.
I mean, for like catchers don't hit 315 every day unless they're Buster Posey in their prime or Joe Mauer in their prime.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and do you have the stats up?
He has 315.
What's his OPS?
His OPS is 859.
I mean,
which is, I don't think anybody in the American League catcher is close.
I think Jose is getting up there, but Trevino has a much smaller sample size.
Right. So, and I mean,
deserves it.
But the thing is, I wouldn't be shocked if Salvador Perez starts because he's Salvador Perez.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's not even having that great of a year.
No, he's not. But yeah, it's tough for a guy like Kirk to beat out a name like Perez.
Exactly. Where like Perez normally on any given year has been the best catcher in baseball.
Yeah.
So people will go, oh, catcher, Perez, put him down. Like they don't even need to look. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
for sure.
Let's start outfield.
So there's 2 locks.
I think so.
Aaron Judge and Mike Trout are locks.
Yes. Do we need to talk about Mike or Aaron Judge, or do you want me to tell you what he's first in everything in the American League?
Trust me, I look every day.
Do you want to know?
Yeah. Hit me with it.
First in home runs with 24, first in runs with 52, first in slugging with a slugging percentage with a .686, first in OPS with a 1.077, and first in total bases with 153.
Jesus. And he's second and third in a lot too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yep. And the crazy thing is like he's hitting what, 313 right now?
318.
318. And for a guy that's hitting with this much power, that's pretty unheard of to be hitting with this good of an average.
You know,
especially for Judge. His strikeout numbers are way down too. His chase percentage is way down.
Right.
He's making pitchers throw strikes to him this year.
And you know, when he did his whole bet on himself thing, I was like, okay, well, you know, that's fine. He's not going to have a better year than whatever. I forget when he got snubbed of MVP, so I'm not worried about it.
Yep.
He might make more than Mike Trout next year.
The thing,
I don't know if it'll be from the Yankees.
Right. But the only thing that I think will stop, like, guys who have massive contracts like a Tatis or a Soto, like, they're getting paid, what, 16 years? 13, maybe? 13?
Yeah, something
I think.
like that. Something crazy.
Judge is 31.
Yeah.
He wants a 10-year. And we've seen so many contracts that go up to their 40s, and no one's ever good by that age. And then you're paying them $30 million when they're 40 years old.
Look at Joey Votto, and he's not even 40 yet.
Yeah, look at Pujols.
Miguel
Cabrera. Contract, yeah. And he's playing like DH and can barely move.
And I think that's kind of what the ideology has always been, is we'll pay these guys like into their 40s and they'll always be able to hit. But it doesn't work like that.
Well, sometimes you got to pay that much and that long of a contract just so you can have them for the next 3-4 years of their prime. That's the cost it takes.
Right.
So I hope that the Yankees, I'm willing to go to 8 years.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to go to 10.
At this point,
8 years is the most a team should give him.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
At this point, pay him whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is also the best year he's probably going to have ever. So.
And
you're expecting his numbers to go down next year.
And I'm okay with that.
Listen, if he brings us a title, then blank check.
Yeah, sure. And then Mike Trout, we don't need to talk about Mike Trout.
Yeah, never need to talk about Mike Trout.
He's always going to be an all-star starter. He's got the name. He always has the numbers. It's Mike Trout, the best player in baseball every year.
Yeah. Who's your third outfielder?
Who's my third?
Yeah.
This was tough.
This was pretty tough.
I have Austin Hayes.
I love Austin Hayes this year.
Do you have him?
really no, I don't. I have Taylor Ward
Okay.
because he's just been like the last 2 weeks has been slower, but he started off the season just red hot,
Okay.
hitting everything.
Yeah.
But I love Austin Hayes this year. He's been phenomenal. Extra base of machine.
Like the only player on the Orioles that does anything. I mean, Cedric Mullins, but
Cedric Mullins having a down year. Austin Hayes is
Yeah.
their best player right now.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's hitting 293. He's got 7 home runs. He's got an 810 OPS with 34 RBIs. Like, he's got good numbers. And I think that third outfielder spot's open.
Yep. Especially, that third spot's pretty wide open. So I'd like to see him there. Every time I've seen him this year, he's doing something really good.
Yeah.
So
I almost went Benintendi instead, but I don't think there's really.
If Buxton didn't start off so slow, he'd easily be there because he's on fire right now.
Agreed.
But he just started off slow. He was banging only like 220-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
DH. Easy.
Who do you have?
Yordan Alvarez.
Oh,
easy.
Okay. Thank God.
Yeah.
When you said easy, I was like, am I missing somebody?
Hitting machine. I love Yordan.
Yeah, I mean,
and it sucks he's an Astro, but I don't care. He's so fun to watch hit.
He's
just a monster.
Hits for power. Has a 315 batting average. Like, he can do both. So that was pretty easy. The only other person I was thinking is
JD Martinez.
Yes, but his power numbers aren't even close.
His power numbers aren't up there this year. He's still hitting the shit out of the ball. He's still hitting machine, just not as much power.
Right. So
I think Jordan's the second best power hitter in the entire MLB behind Judge right now.
Yeah, probably right now. Absolutely. All right, so let's run through this. So at starting pitcher, we got Verlander. Or you have Cortez, right?
Yep. I think we agreed on almost all of them.
Yeah, we agreed on France, Altuve, Ramirez, Xander, Judge, Trout, Kirk, and Alvarez.
Yeah. Wow, we only had 2 different ones.
Yeah.
And the 2 we disagreed on, I could definitely see.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's jump into the National League here. This was a little tougher than the American League. Who is your National League starter?
This is tough. A lot of good options. I think Joe Musgrove is having the best year right now.
That's who I have as well. I mean, it's hard not to put a guy who has an unblemished record right now with a 1.5 ERA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, especially, I mean, any other year, if DeGrom or Scherzer are healthy, like, they'll win no matter what. You know what I mean? But Musgrove is having the best year so far right now. So I think that's a no-brainer. First base.
So 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would have said, who would I have said? I have Paul Goldschmidt as my first baseman.
Okay. I don't hate that.
Who do you have? You probably have the guy I'm thinking of.
I have Pete Alonso.
Yeah, that's who I would have said. But Goldschmidt's just on a fucking tear.
Yeah, Goldschmidt is raking right now.
Absolute tear.
Yeah, he is.
And I understand. I totally understand Pete.
The reason I picked Pete is he's leading the National League in home runs and RBIs. Like, he's leading in 2 categories, I think. But the stretch Goldschmidt is on, I've noticed that, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I totally understand. And there's a lot of recency bias in it too, so that doesn't shock me at all.
I'm pretty sure that Pete will probably be the starter.
Yeah,
but I'd sad to pick Goldschmidt.
Yeah, I don't think you would be out of your mind I don't think they'd be out of their mind if he was their starter.
Yeah,
be fine with that too. Second base was a little tough.
Jazz Chisholm.
That's who I have too. What
a season that man's having.
He's
for such a small guy, he hits for so much power.
Yeah, he does.
And when he's not hitting home runs, he's shooting it in the gap. And how many RBIs does he have?
40. He got 40 RBIs.
He drives in a shit ton of runs.
I mean, he's the best player on the Marlins.
Yep.
I don't know why they give him. I've seen things like Marlins, like, they're giving him so much crap internally, and I'm like, he's your best player. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So I don't get.
He's a highlight machine.
Yes, he's electric.
Yep.
Third base was a no-brainer for me.
Machado.
Yeah. I mean, he might be one of the best overall hitters in baseball right now.
He's probably top 2 or 3 for MVP in the NL.
right? I mean, he's been
I
awesome.
think he's second in odds behind Mookie.
Yeah,
You know?
and that, I mean, who's a lock in this also, but
Yep.
yeah, Manny Machado, there's not much more to say than he's been fantastic for the first half of the year.
Yeah, and both him and Nolan or Arenado started off really hot, but Machado hasn't took his foot off the gas. He's still hitting.
Right, exactly. Short. I had a tough time with short, but
Trey Turner.
Yeah, I came back to who I think was the right answer on Trey Turner.
It wasn't that hard for me.
Yeah, I forget who I had. I had somebody. I was between Dansby, Swanson, Turner, and there was a third that I can't think of right now. But I thought it was close. But I mean, just looking at the numbers, the OPS, the average.
Yeah, the numbers speak for themselves with him right now.
And he can, like, he's a great base stealer too. I think he has like 13 or something like that, or maybe I don't know. But yeah, I think Trey Turner's the easy one there.
Yep.
Catcher.
Can try Wilson Contreras from the Cubs.
I do not have Wilson Contreras.
Okay.
I have Tyler Stevenson.
Okay. I know who he is, but I'm not too familiar with the year he's having.
He's hitting 305. He's hitting 305 with 5 home runs, 31 RBIs, and an 829 OPS.
Okay.
And the thing is, he won't start because he's on the Reds, and the Reds are pathetic.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to give Tyler Stevenson some love.
Yeah, I believe it's the second year in the league too, and he's already looking really good. Yeah,
because I also had Contreras over him, and then I was looking at the numbers. I was like, well, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna let this happen.
Yeah, it's not like the Cubs are too good anyway.
Well, true. Okay.
So outfield, we got Mookie.
Yeah, he's probably the favorite to win the NL MVP right now. It's great, obviously.
I have Acuna in here. It's tough because he started late, but
that's
the numbers
why
he's put in since he's got back have been so good.
That's why I didn't put him in there, but I was this close to doing it.
What is he, 6 home runs already?
Yes.
And he's played like
305.
Yeah, and he's played like 3 weeks, and he's already putting up good home runs and numbers. Yeah.
He's when he's healthy, he's a top 5 player in baseball.
Yeah.
So
and I think the fans are gonna
probably. I mean, and yeah, after looking who my other 2 outfielders, yeah, let me throw Acuna in there. I'll tell you who I have, but Acuna's in there.
Okay.
My next one I have is Ian Happ.
Okay.
I think he's been pretty good. He's hitting 274, 7 home runs, 30 RBIs, 838 OPS.
Yeah.
He's having the thing. There's not very many outfielders in the National League who are playing that well right now.
Yep. Definitely. There's a lot of room for guys like Ian Happ to slide in there.
Right. Sure. So, and that's kind of why I went that way. Who do you have as your third outfielder?
My third guy is Jock Peterson.
Okay, he's my third guy too. So I had Happ over Peterson.
Okay.
But I don't hate Jock either.
Yeah, he's just what are his numbers? Do you have him?
265, 13 home runs, 33 RBIs, 895 OPS.
Okay, OPS is great.
Yeah,
his home runs they've definitely slowed down the past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but the first 2 months he was on fire.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't hate you putting Peterson. Honestly, if looking at this again, I would probably put Acuna in there over Happ.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I think I agree with you there. And then DH, it's Bryce Harper.
It's Harper.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
Yeah, he's carrying the Phillies on his back right now. Ever since Girardi got fired, I think they've won 10 in a row, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, maybe 11 in a row, something like that. They won 9, 10, 11 in a row after Girardi got fired, which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he stinks.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we agreed on most of these too. Musgrove, you had Goldschmidt, I had Alonso. We agreed on Chisholm, Machado, Turner, Betts, Jock.
Yeah, we had different catcher.
You had you had Contreras, I had Stevenson, and then the Acuna Happ thing. But I would probably do the same thing. So
I'm pretty smooth.
Yeah, I'm surprised. We usually disagree on baseball things.
Yeah, we do. That was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
So Judge is your MVP for AL right now.
Oh my God, it's not close.
Who's your NL MVP right now?
Oh, Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's super close, but I might have Machado by a little bit, like a hair.
I don't hate that either. I mean, the thing, like, Mookie's the best player on the Dodgers, but the supporting cast is so much better. So, like, yes, his numbers are going to be a little more inflated.
And I think the Padres are tied or half a game above the Dodgers right now.
And that shouldn't happen when you're the Dodgers spending as much money as you are.
And when the Padres don't have Tatis.
Right.
Machado's carrying.
Yes, he is.
Shout out Eric Hosmer, too, having a bounce back year. But
good for
Machado's
him.
carrying. Yeah. Good for him.
You know, you forget about Hosmer after his World Series run there in Kansas City.
Yeah, ever since he left the Royals, he hasn't been good at all.
No.
And then Luke Voigt there hitting a home run every now and then. Don't miss him at all.
He always gets hurt.
Oh yeah, he already got hurt this year.
Yeah,
like second weekend.
He's got like 10 more trips to the IL. Like, that's what it is. All right, you want to jump into this mock draft?
Let's.
All right, so let's jump into this. We're gonna do a half point PPR redraft mock draft. So I have pick 2. Tuds has pick 8. It's 10 teams. We're gonna do quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end, 2 flex, and 3 bench spots. No kickers, no defense.
Yep.
Okay, let's get going. Yes. All right. Derrick Henry went first.
Oh, that's good for you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Jonathan Taylor.
Like the easy pick. Yep.
McCaffrey, Eckler, Kupp, Harris, Cook to you. I mean,
so I hate this because I always like getting running back first round, and I make sure that 2 out of my first 3 picks are running backs because I know there's going to be depth of receiver later.
Yeah, agreed.
But looking at the board right now, I can't pass on these 3 receivers.
No, you can't.
So I'm going Jay Jettis.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, where do you go from here?
And then coming back, I love DeAndre Swift for next year, and I need it back. So
I do too.
DeAndre Swift is the guy.
So after Swift, Diggs, Kamara, Kelsey, Hill, Josh Allen, that's early. And then to me,
very early for Josh Allen. Jesus.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, I would love to have Swift as my second running back. And if Cook fell one more spot to me, I'd be so happy with Cook and Swift to start my team.
I would be shocked in a half point PPR that Kupp's the only receiver that goes in the top 7. So
I think more receivers will be taking the first round this year than past.
So I'm gonna go Debo here. And then that gives me, I want Javonte, but Melvin Gordon worries me a little bit. But, I'm going to go Aaron Jones.
Okay.
I think he's a value this year. I think he's going to lead. I think this is your hot take. He's going to lead the Packers in receptions.
I did say that. Yep.
So I don't hate that. After Jones, Pitts, Lamb, Javonte, Mike Evans, A.J. Brown, and back to you.
Okay.
I know you're loving the running backs on the board right now.
That's sarcastic.
Yes.
Yeah. You would be correct. I really hate the top of the board in general right now.
Yeah. It's not good.
I like Fournette, but 3rd round this year. I know how many receptions he gets, but they just drafted a running. They lost Ronald Jones, but they drafted a receiving back.
They also lost Gio Bernard.
Yeah. It's either him or Cam. I'm going to go Cam Akers.
I don't hate that at all.
Yeah.
After Akers, you got Zeke, Mahomes, Waller, Gibson. So if you want another receiver, you got your pick of the litter from your last pick.
I'm definitely going to go receiver here. We got Higgins. I love Terry. I don't love his quarterback.
Yeah, but Terry's going to eat
The thing is, I like Higgins, but 4th round for me, I think is a little early.
I agree.
He's
I
still
know
a
who I
number
would
2
take
option.
here.
I'm gonna go. Oh, I know who I'm going. I just scroll down a little bit. I'm going Jalen Waddle.
Oh, that's who I was gonna take.
You know I'm a massive Jalen Waddle guy.
You are a Waddle fan. You are. I'm on receivers here. I love the talent of David Montgomery, but I don't like the Bears' offensive line.
Oh my God, their offensive line is putrid. It's really bad.
So I'm torn between James Conner, Breece Hall, and Deontay Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go James Conner, and hopefully Deontay's there. Just like that.
All right, I like that. I like that maneuver.
So, runner receivers here.
Okay.
Judy, DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Metcalf, Breece Hall.
So for me, it's either Amari Cooper or Michael Pittman.
I love Amari Cooper if Deshaun Watson plays.
That's the thing, though. I think Pittman's going to be good either way.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go with a safe pick here. I'm taking
I don't hate that. Montgomery, Etienne, Amari, Lamar. Back to you.
So Chris Godwin, I think, is going to miss a couple weeks.
Is he?
I think so. From what I heard,
was that in the playoff game?
Yeah. From what I heard, he's not on track to start the season.
Okay, it's good to know.
I love Elijah Mitchell, but the past of the Niners just cycling through backs scares me.
As it should.
But I'm going to take him still. 6th round, I think, is a good spot for him. I think it's a fair spot.
Yeah,
more than a fair spot.
This is pretty ugly here. I'm going to take the last solid tight end that I can feel comfortable starting every week, Darren Hawkinson.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do that. So far I got Taylor, Debo, Aaron Jones, James Conner, Deontay, and TJ Hawkinson. Now I'm coming back. Probably going to lean receiver here. Do I dare go 2 Lions with Amon-Ra St. Brown?
That's risky.
I'm kidding. I would never do that. I only want 1 Lion on my roster at all times.
Another thing with Amon-Ra is that a lot of his success at the end of last year came when Swift was out.
Yeah.
Plus, you're adding a top 4 receiver from the draft.
Right.
You're adding DJ Chark. They just signed Devin Funchess today and moved him to tight end.
I saw that. I saw that and I laughed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Joe Burrow here. I don't love going tight end quarterback that early, but I think I got 3 solid running backs I can lean on, and I think the receivers is still a little deep.
Yeah. The way I look at it for 1 quarterback leagues, especially in a 10-team league, there's 10 remember our quarterback rankings?
Yeah.
I'm fine with any of the 10 in fantasy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stock up on the players I can play in my flex and load up on that.
I'm usually like that, but I just think it's kind of deep where I can just cipher through it and find some solid players towards the end.
Sure.
Here.
And usually I try to go tight end earlier than this. I kind of just forgot to take a tight end early. So I'm going to go Pat Fry right here.
Oh, you forced it. You could have got Pat Fry later, no?
He was like 2nd down on the list.
All right. I like Pat Fry.
I'm a big fan of Pat Fry. And then what do I got on my team? I got 3 receiver, 3 running backs.
Yeah, you got Jefferson, Waddle, Pittman, and then Swift, Akers, Mitchell, and then Pat Fry.
I like the depth right here, receiver that's still on the board. I like a lot of these players, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go A.J. Dillon here.
Hey, that's my handcuff.
Yep. I'll just trade him to you.
All right. I'm going to take my favorite receiver on this list. I'm going to take Darnell Mooney.
Oh, that hurts. I was about to pick him.
Yeah. I knew you want. Okay. See, I was hoping one of those two guys got back to me, Kareem Hunt or Patterson. Neither of them did.
Shouldn't have taken Mooney. That's what you get.
Oh, boy. This gets ugly down here, man.
Yeah.
Give me Rashad Bateman.
Fuck you.
He's the only receiver on the Ravens, man.
Yeah, I know. So I would say I'm shocked Devontae Smith is this low, but I'm not. I would think that most apps would have him a little higher than this. But it's tough when you're the number 2 option for Jalen Hurts.
Right. That's
not a lot of upside there.
Right.
Even AJ Brown's how much I love AJ Brown. I'm avoiding AJ Brown at all costs this year.
I am as well.
I don't want Jalen Brown throwing any of my receivers the ball.
Jalen Hurts.
Sorry. Yeah. I think I said Jalen Brown twice.
You did.
Okay. Yeah. So this is between Elijah Moore or the dude I'm gonna pick because he's gonna pop off right away as a rookie. It's Chris Olave.
Yeah, you love Olave. I knew he.
I love me some Olave.
Yeah, I knew he'd end up on your team.
He's just NFL ready.
I agree.
He's not going to turn into a Justin Jefferson or a Jamar Chase, but he's going to be Tyler Lockett right away.
He'll be solid.
And then I'm going to take Bobby Trees.
Ooh, I like that. The new number 1 in town.
A wide receiver 1 this late. I know he's a little banged up. But.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take some running backs here. I'm going Ramondre with my first one. Okay, Cook was gonna be my second one, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna take a shot on Dameon Pierce.
Okay. So I didn't love Dameon Pierce out of college per se. I think he's a great goal line back.
I love the landing spot, Andrew.
I love the landing spot. That's why I drafted him in Dynasty. I love the landing spot.
Yep.
He's going to compete with Rex Burkhead and Marlon Mack.
Yep.
I am scared of him as a 3-down back, though.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to get a lot of goal line touches, which should make up for some of the carries he doesn't get.
Right.
And then I'm going to take Matthew Stafford here.
There's the quarterback. All right.
Matthew Stafford, 11th round. Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's take a look at these rosters. So
let's
start with me. This is the starting lineup of Joe Burrow, Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, Deebo Samuel, Deontay Johnson, TJ Hawkinson, James Conner, Darnell Mooney, with a bench of Bateman, Stevenson, Pierce.
I'm a fan.
I would enjoy that if I got that.
That's a good squad
with the 2 spot. Now let's run through you. You got Stafford, Swift, Akers, Jefferson, Waddle, Pat Fry, Michael Pittman, Elijah Mitchell, AJ Dillon, Olave, and Woods. Another squad I really like.
I like this team. The only thing that scares me is I feel like I don't have a true running back 1. And I always make sure I have one of the top 7 running backs.
Yep.
And Swift is probably around 9, 10.
He's a fringe.
Like I said, I love Swift as my number 2 back. If I can get him if I can get like a Chubb or a Cook and then Swift in the early 2nd round, that's ideal for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. If Jefferson and Chase are off the board, you get Cook, Najee, Chubb, Mixon. You have your pick of the litter there.
And I wouldn't hate Mixon and Swift, but I don't think I can look Justin Jefferson in the face and pick Joe Mixon.
Exactly. That's my point.
I love my receivers though. That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, Jefferson, Waddle. I think
Jefferson, Waddle are going to eat next year.
I think Waddle is the number 2 is going to be pretty lethal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially if he's still working a lot of the underneath stuff.
Yep.
Because I think Tua stinks. So.
And that's the thing. Like Waddle ate so much from the underneath stuff last year, and now you have Tyreek Hill to bring that secondary back, give Waddle a little more room to work.
Absolutely.
I think he's going to have a fantastic year.
Yeah, I'm excited for Waddle. He's going to be a lot of fun. I love the little touchdown dance. Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening and watching another episode of the BJ and Tuds Show. Like and subscribe.